two-time light heavyweight world champion, Glen, the gentleman, the road warrior. So Glen is nominated as an inductee for the Florida Boxing Hall of Fame. So tell us about you being inducted in the Hall of Fame.
I mean, it's a great honor. I mean, you know, I didn't even know that I was qualified for Hall of Fame. So I'm completely flabbergasted about, you know, this induction. I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited, and it's such a great honor to be a part of the greats that come out of Florida.
And you're being nominated along with your coach, Orlando
Cuellar, yeah.
Commander Zero, and your arch nemesis, Antonio Tarver.
Yeah, well, you know, I mean, nemesis, that was back when we was fighting. We have a rival because, you know, two competitors obviously want to prove who is the best. You know, Tarver is a cool guy. We're cool now, so, I mean, this is outside the ring. It's an honor to be a part of this class. Obviously, my trainer, Tarver, and all of us here from Florida getting represented well in the Hall of Fame. I'm extremely excited and looking forward to it.
Tell us your span of your boxing career in the ring. How many years?
Oh, wow. So I started boxing when I was 20 years old, and I retired when I was 47. So that's about 27 years of boxing, yeah. So
and now you're behind the ropes.
So now I'm behind the scenes. You know, I'm a trainer, I'm a promoter, I'm an advisor. You could call it being a teacher of the sport. So I'm bringing along the youngsters. I have quite a few of them right now that under the Road Warrior umbrella.
So going back to the days in the ring, can you elaborate and tell us your relationship, you being a fighter and with your coach, your trainer, Orlando Cuellar?
Well, you have to remember a fighter and a trainer relationship, that's got to be a tight bond. If that's not a tight bond, then things going to start falling apart for sure. So you have to have that tight bond. The trainer know what they're doing, and the fighter can learn what to do and able to perform it in the ring.
How was the meeting of the mind? How did you meet your coach?
Oh, well, I met Orlando because I believe he wanted me to spar one of his fighters, Lou Duval, I think his name. Yeah, Lou Duval. He's also a guy who fought Roy Jones. So he was here in Miami. I believe he's from New York, and he was here in Miami, and they were looking for some sparring, and they asked me if I can come in and give him some work, and I went in and gave him some work and stuff, and they called me back to come back one other time, and we went back. I went back and gave him some work, and then at the same time I didn't have a trainer, so I didn't have a manager, and then I signed with a manager, and he was looking for me to have a trainer. The guy that I wanted to be my trainer and my new manager have beef. So that manager said no, he didn't want that guy to be my trainer. So then they opened the door for Orlando. I said, well, I just met a trainer. I sparred with this fighter a couple of days ago. Let's go meet and talk with him and see if you like him and we could work together. And he said, yes, we went, we talked, everything sounds good to each other, and we start working from there in.
In the ring, because, you know, Orlando is known to have a lot of fight night in the ring, like one clip that he posted recently regarding the Griffin, Montel Griffin, where he came and asked you, do you have what you got left in the tank? Can you tell us about inside the ring, all the little advice to get you going?
You know, when you're in the corner, when you come back to the corner, it's the job of a coach to tell you what's happening out there, that things that you might not be seeing. because you're part of the action, you might not be seeing certain things. So that's his job, to see those things and give you that advice when you come back to the corner. And Orlando was very good at that. So he was able to give me those information for me to go back out there and be better prepared to fight.
So he was clear with the insights.
Right, you're very clear with the insight, know what was happening, and know how to attack those weaknesses or stay away from the other fighter's strength.
So it wasn't basic lying in the camp.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's information that you could use. If you're not giving the fighter information that they could use, then you're basically just a body in the corner.
Any key tips you've taken away from what you've learned as a boxer from Orlando Cuellar that you've implemented in your own technique of training your fighters?
Oh, definitely. I mean, you know, when you're around great trainers, and they're teaching you a lot of stuff, it's up to you to learn what need to learn. I mean, if you don't learn, then you're just being stupid. So, you know, I try not to be stupid in my life. Even though sometimes I am, but, you know, it is what it is.
What was one of your key fights, unmemorable fights that a highlight of your career?
I mean, you know, all of my fights I consider key fights because they were necessary, because those are the jumping points to get me to the next level that I move on to. So, I mean, I would say the night when I won my world title, because that was something I was chasing for many years, and I finally won it, so that's a key night, which opened up the door for like a Roy Jones fight, because if I wasn't a world champion, I would never get the Roy Jones fight. So, and then the Roy Jones fight become a special fight because Roy Jones is like one of the most famous person that I fought. So that become a key moment again. And then that win against Roy Jones set up something with Antonio Tarver. Because if it wasn't for that win, it wouldn't be a fight between Tarver and I. It would be, if Roy Jones would beat me, it would be a rematch between Tarver and Roy Jones, and Glen Johnson would get left out in the cold. So for me to be a part of that circle, I have to keep winning.
You fought Antonio Tarver for the first time and you won, right? And then the second rematch, he won.
Right.
Can you just break that down, the first match?
Well, I mean, the first fight, you know, I beat Roy Jones, and you know, Tarver came to me and said, I think it was one press conference we were doing, and he said, if I came at him the way how I came at Roy Jones, he will knock me out. So that was a motivating thing for me. So I went at him the same way, and he just ran away. So it wasn't working. So I had to change arsenal because I wanted to see if he could knock me out, because it never happened. It's an impossible mission. I've had, what, 80-something fights. Never been hurt. What are you talking about? You say talking foreign language.
But then in the second rematch, he got the win.
In the second rematch, he got the win. I mean, obviously, I was trying to pick up on what I left off. He went home and he did some homework, and he was able to make some adjustment, and he got the win. Close fight. Most people say I won, but if they say he won, it was close enough where I could say, okay, he won. But, you know, there's other fights where they straight up robbed me where they didn't win. But with the Antonio Tarver fight, I could take it or leave it. He does, you know, I mean, it was a close enough fight where it could go either way. That's fine with me. They have to give it to the guy who they want to give it to. It's close enough, I don't have a problem with it.
So the inaugural date is June 19th.
Yes.
Yeah, at the Clearwater, St Petersburg Marriott Clearwater. And tell us about the show coming up.
Well, this weekend, which is the 11th, we're going to Orlando to fight my heavyweight, Rafael Akajuri. He's 10-0. He's fighting this weekend. And then I come back and I get prepared to go back to Clearwater for the inauguration of the Hall of Fame. And then once I do that, I come back and I'm doing a show, a promotion boxing show, July 10th. So we gotta come back and start get preparation for that, get the fighters ready, and also make sure that the promotion and promoting the promotion is going well.
So what about CJ? I thought he was fighting in June 19th also.
He is fighting on June 19th, the same night I'm getting inducted. So I was going to pass on the induction and go to CJ fight, but he was telling me that I should go to the induction instead and have my partner work his fight. So that's what we decided to do.
All right, so tell us again, July 10th.
July 10th at the DoubleTree, Miami International Airport Convention Center here in Miami. We're going to have Road Warrior 2 promotion. Don't miss it.